and I say hospital can see be more and go free mono. Young Kai, yen na one was it.
Say, how Ako Gunn was at the center of the controversy.
Ako Gunn, a top member in the NDC. Now, also one of the communications, a member Edema NDC Amanyukono. One Asen Central Emrashibi Beni Uriah Freno, Honorable Reverend Intim Fojo Aklashi on Peace FM, the Cardinal Nishun Eso Nina Efa, a year presidential jet ya, and they abeyance and Senwa. Eddie Ralph, the invention, I said, a year invasion or PM Ewo Raid Hospital. In fact, Sanko Modidi and phone you Ajesho Monaiso. Any Akwatia by election. NDC for say, Sir Citino, NPP for pill, or moon pill, on Bessia GBU. Baby patch or copyright, but you manenko form. Copyright, manenko form. So I was in a form of Banchene. Ako Gunn, I'm making it clear. We're making a stance clear. Say NPP4 and Yamano Mukoyen Ewo a year Ablikumanot by election. Sorry, no by election, not a just election. Any Yura Hawa Kumsin, Mammy Hawa Kumsin, ni pepper spray no cotton or Huichi, Akofa, Yeni some a buyer. So mo try be ewo Akwatia eno de said the IGP tete yohunu waka no saa na odi ese ebeyoyo yenti omunkomodie ni bi na yekoba ya toaso e de amamo ewo yam platform we eso fa comment to na subscribe to the channel.
Prof Asan reaching me there because roba for my small boy ni there na dey be pie until next time say yeah boy maybe say why never
Pacho me innocent.
Production for
also for Kojas and production. Also for Kojas and production.
It is a madam penny for so a minimum share a waha. I say, I'm saying the first time many professia na debia so mitaiti no say emre e waha. And I'm a graduate years or so them say after a minute lecturer is here for the first time, you know. I'm saying tuition no dey home still school fees naka.
But when you come one ton on na school fees aye bia ma.
Oja me reverend kwa de reverend so me reverend.
Na mo de aboho.
Politician so politician. Aha na ke de aboho but when me chia ono so na ni etiefu so me chia wo mo nyana me da se.
Mini Romani mapa a ne boju ne gidie ho. Ensema me de agu pro so anopai. One mampani betu kwan ana se obekwa Akwatia ana so ebia obekwa akohwa ya afo na orange anopai na ne nese fo na kasa.
We 3 hours no. Me twanito. Ensam no dozo na emudu. Amintia tiefo na mintia opani ni minian man no machia ha. Ako Gunn owie school o me pay homage ti ana amashia na ha me de ne kwahye kire na mamia na kakra now say president as I say on top private jet na Ghana ha na on say ye de dodo na ya to na ya toma military no na president e tu kwan a no no so odiko na tada bia ya kasa nti nema ni bi o tumu se wedi anka bebo me pa so ne medical capenti na ne kana akoya de enti ebi mo aka se president o hwe ne ntofoforo na obi ka bibi mi nya kwan ko check ye ya me mpangu se president free mu anka be election foforo tada bia mama yam fa nneɛma bi nto nkyɛn o because nneɛma bi any priceless life priceless nti sɛ yɛhwɛ ne yɛbɛbɔ car say kaka ne yɛ ka deɛ he na ɛya
ɛne ayɛ fun keka
so tell bi a wo de car ne yɛbɛdwoodwo wa na mmom kaka ne deɛ wo vidiem na wo brɛ nti sɛ yɛbɛtumi atɔ na yɛ wɔ ho sika deɛ a yɛntɔ na sɛbe sɛ wobɛhu president na ɔkɔ na wafu plane trotro osi ha na yɛsɛ waiting period na osi ha na ɔte hɔ na ɔtwɛn ne nyinaa sɛbe ɛnhyɛ yɛ animonyam nti sɛ yɛdeɛ na yɛwɔ no sɛ yɛsiesie na bɛyɛ deɛ a ɛne yɛnsiesie na mmom ma yɛnka sɛ amemnemfe adeɛ aduane ɛnyɛ medɛ so yɛsɛ meninti medi no bi saa ɛnyɛ a yɛma experts ne hwɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ne yie yɛbɛtumi asiesie na ɛwo sɛ wokaa yɛ dada wohwɛ wo phone so a akwasi mechanic Emmanuel electrician bana area bi a obekɔ biara so wonhyia obi a obetumi ayɛ ɔka ho adwuma ma so ba sɛ ɔtɔ car mu na wan hwɛ abɛ 5 years na wonkɔ mechanic da ne hia sɛ ɔbɛyɛ service
ɛsɛ baafo bɛhwɛ oni
baafo bɛn ne BM na anasɛ Benz no sɛ kɔ kɔku yɛ bua program no ɔrekɔ full pavement meti asɛ kokoro nam so wobɛka ha woka ɛwɔ fam san dada ɔsan de akɔ full pavement enti on a more serious note yɛnhwɛ na sɛbesɛbe du baabi a yɛmfa politics no ɛnto nkyɛn na nneɛma a ɛbɛtumi ayɛ aboɔ ɔman no yɛnhwɛ ne yɛnyɛ na sɛ susuampa yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛyɛ president na ɔte ewiehyɛ mu na yɛsi yɛdu baabi force landing ne hwanhwan no menyɛ security expert and I will not pretend to be one ɔmo hwɛ ne yɛyɛ ma ɔman no sɛ yɛde dada no yɛsiesie ne bɛyɛ ne yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma yɛmfa nyɛ adwuma yɛhwɛ na ɛnyɛ yie na ɛbɛha yɛ a si ebeton ani aton ye pe ni grounding no ni enkoto foforo because ye mpe se saa nsem a ebesisi a o man ye tumi nya ho ano yie no ebesi ebeto ye esi e ko by election emede anopai Mr. Tete Yohonu I'm proud to say I was a student na oh yes
wabion
opani me opportunity lo wasi watching pa 8 your videos ne pictures a kire say ye to aba no enipa bi ekọ atake binom omde ntokwa bae na police fo bi mu jejina ho omontumi anye hwe obi wo ho a otumu se so sumasi pa wa nyaniti anidim na obi kura ti a niti so ana bibia ebetumi de asama enya aba ntisiasi a choma ye mamra na enu omundi na we nya suade ma ye se ye kwa Akwatia ye se kire wadwe na menkyere madwe ye koto aba keke na obi kura no teso nyame ato ne zafre no edinka ne papa mu no nka ya rehosamo ye di adwadwo nyina na nka ye koto aba fefefe ya to wi a no be wini ne adina kosiso na we ntoka sembe na nkebo enti amayofo no ye besremu we have only one country called Ghana onu nua ye ba ye ahwe reverend ne Ako edin komo fefefe and there's something funny amua aya omutie dodo na anim ne ye cost behind the scenes omuhia omuya na mfufu omuya nyonko omunya atamfu but especially omuba na mutie wote oba bia kasa aha ye nipa no onu sini nipa no ye nyina ye nipa baako nti yesremu mu kona mu koye mu campaign wo kan asem na to nipa asom na obetu ya campaign ne wo bia se nyame se wini nti se nyame se obewini so a obewini yenkoto aba no boko enkochinchim obi nsa kasa ntwi kasa fi obani kasa meba wo lecture ne bi kasa hwam kasapa
yes
aha enti monko mamfa kasapa ne kasa hwam enkodi nkomo mu wia mu nyina mbesa betrankran ha ehum ho se mo ye nuanom mo ma ye mfa ntokwa sem enko ho obi akọ Ridge Hospital said then the see ukura camera ana wo twa video akobi eno anajo bi sene ma me nam se nurse ni se jania wo ye no e no born nsa nurse ni a wo ye adwuma there are two sides of this mummy anya investigation who exactly what happened na yam pray ho empathy judgment so ampa video amemi hu ye na branch ye ne training nsa e born nurse ni no video e wo ho o training nsa de born no den pa na ba ye ntia o training nsa de born no entwa yi nurse ni so den no no di kan ye na yenhwe health semsem no and they obetumi akọ hospital na esi o mi busuani obre oda ha momra na mbabua na o kasa de mu complain mu kwa na busuani da oyare ebi kasa nye ebi ni ye bi nye enso so you say 2 wrongs don't make right. The fact say be a nurse no waye ne enye empo say no kra say say obetumi atene on sade abono enya de asese yeso so na wo de ho ode a kamye ma osikai kwa fan please na kodo na gana yesu enya aduane ni enkan no say bibi to misi akase enti obo na mpa se bema wa boba me de me hu kra na ho yemwa bema wa boba anka pese nurse ni ono woti ba bia na won say camera na ho so de nam hospital ho no obi so yare wan hwe a obi adagem na wan hwe a wokotwa no is it allowed so obetumi afa camera say susu ampa nurse ni ye bibia enya sanka obetumi report no ama the superiors no mo investigation obetumi atwe nipa na so dem wo kura camera na ode nam na wotwa obi da ho o fa ya obni ade na ode camera na mo no eno so nti papa yenya investigation na nia sabi anko ye bia nia sese ya twena so but yenka hu se ye wo man ba ko pe yenko ye niema ebe ma dachi wono nurse ni ana any health personnel no gina ho no ye adwuma ko a sabi na ne yam hihye no ebia pe o teacher ni yes wa ye bibi ni akobo teacher ni esisi a yakobo nurse minka so wabono na emu so wa mo na nka ye de mumma yakoma nko so tere bia ma wo let your head control your heart. If you let your heart control your head, you'll be in trouble. Enti yabesremu abjobro ye yakwa yemu encheye omi yen shase obia bibia very interesting tama ye babia unionism ye nyina anokro Ghana babia ye di omi yen ka say last week ye na wie ndi asante asim ka choka bia na de dos do obi kura do anopos ye ni mi radio kura asa sabi ye ku ye ho enyesa na last week me be kan sem bi wo ha ma enu nti safa me yedi hu nkomo abrantie bi ene afoforo bi a na omonso omanya problem with omo payment omo salaries ni ade controller eteye yedi hu nkomo pi ema otu anamomba ha controller akase obi bia ne hu aka obi bia sabi obi gina kire na ogigi ni sika na ogigi nkofo sika no obehwe ma sa ne ma no omaso ano enti yadanase na we teacher ni o we nurse ni o we public servant na wunya issue a controller say omobie mo apono wankasa bra na be kon ase benfa nkofo so na so wo salary akampa no bi bo na beba no so obeje 30% de ene anwohye enti na ya ma me fancy ya na me na wase na mate mpani emfa bintu aso
meso so me da se passe unya ye ho adaje anopei kokroko dwumadie no aso egusu a utie peace 104.3 ye ka say enim say hello fm ebie atum ewo kumase ama busuafo so ete enka ene yema otkoko so ne asanteman nyina obeni we ne ye ya kwa na hyeden mienu nyina atimi ye eso so ye den
Ako comes from yaw plus enko.
Okay.
Until country say owo ba asam to obi a e de yaw de mo friend pain no e be shin pakro no. Nti okwa na so men pai bone say yaw aba so nyina enko. Yako so a very semantic extension.
Okay.
It to me edina homa yanom eko.
Okay.
Nti nipa na wa free mo no okwa akoka wo mo a omadi kan ekono na hyeden no se obi wu a nipa kro na wa wu no nso wo ye mre ontumi nya bibia bio owu a wo wa ketre no ona sudie ni nyina abeto so awereho ka ho ka wo bebo ewo eye no se ye kwa eye mu ba ye nkyere eti ne adwendwene koda na bia ba so nyina nti obi ba awerechechero ode ma se shedin show hoden na watumi agina anku din yanim na nya yanko ne me literature review hwa amama pi omo be strong.
Okay.
Be strong chese baby adro no obi anim se wa yemre ma kentran wo hu kakra ndi shedin ne yakọ ni me no nyina akọ
ni me nyina akọ
ye ni nyina ya awerechechesem a ode ma nipa no se de asie no de asie wie na ompa ebo no se obetumi asaba ne tebea dadanum wala yeto a ai woyɛ den
bia na yie
dabi wadwene na yie ohonam na yie obotom no aboso mu nso na yie na sɛ yie no kra wo sa ton sa fredom a ɛno nso odwene ho ɛdom a ɛba wuwe ɛhemfa na ebinom bɛtena ɔmaduane bibia nti ɛsɛ ka kyerɛ nipa sɛ wɔn nyinaa wɔ hɔ deɛ na mu hyɛ ho den nti sɛ yɛhyɛ asanteman nyinaa sɛ ɔmo hyɛ ɔmo ho den na otumfoɔ ne mpanimfoɔ a manhen ne ɔmo ka ho nyinaa sɛ nyame ɛna ɔde yɛ nana ɛkɔ nti ɛma ɔmo nyinaa due na afei nyame ɛnka wɔn ho na yɛn nyinaa yɛn hyɛ den yɛn ɛwɔ ha yɛ a yɛn ntumi ankɔ yi ɛnam adwuma sɛm nti no yɛn nyinaa nso yɛdi awerɛhoɔ no bi nti ɛsɛ yɛn nso yɛhyɛ yɛn ho den.
Okay. Penny ofi anaze bibia ye kama na bibia ye kama yo na memfa saa kwanya yi so ema mea mensenom danso abusua mema mo so hyeden ne yakopeni ezi openi a kyerechim timitimi kan mi nyina abom se me yere ketwa ma me du fie enso so agya ma okọ ma abusua ne hyeden nkanka ne me yere fie danso oba fie a ma mo ne abusua ne nyina hyeden dokas ma me du fie danso so ejam hoko
politika kokofu ana
there be insuta
okay
insuta enti evia e ma na ebusu nyina ahyede Gordon
bra
obafu plane first and answer bakwa Akwatia ba
na ohun se na doc eye no on say lecture bet we you so 1 hour no dey akire ni mo bebre owi anu aka cho dey aka na assignment because also asiero okay oko ablekuma oko arrest oko reach oko Akwatia in all that short time
and we service call controller
also call controller enti no
ono ye cheche ni na samunwa
wa summarize
tiza politician
aha de aka ro angasa ko read na na faka ho okay in the first you know mame enko ablekuma any Akwatia na memfa emom because you're almost the same thing.
Na yafa utamale nenzo na odi send them na ka ho.
Yeah, sure. I'm say ene enumum enye first.
Okay.
Because yenya no enti yese NPP anaso medical aka anaso matrompo say enya ade Akwatia no ombeko. Enti say omo nkode a na kire say yate de. Na say yate
Akwatia.
No. Tamale Central.
You said Akwatia.
Oh, okay, Kafra.
So I say free Tamale.
Tamale, aha.
Okay, Akwatia.
Oh, okay, sorry. Ne patre say NPP anko shechiri amo bi anko independent na tre say ne say nyame adom na say yi ye candidate na tre say ono post ye anko print paper bi nko to ababi a ewo ho enunti ye the timetable ababeto abontin a Friday ya 22nd ye bi nominations ama wonuma ompesa mujina ewo ye party mu na ya share no so say by 28th na ya submit afele ama ya sign no wa submit na ya sign so akwakoye vetting kwesiada na vetting no just as we did in Akwatia no ye be vetting na nopa in case obi disqualification be ebem na so ye appeal ye be sa appeal no the same day enunti ye kotamale ye the two sets ene eko omom kwakoye vetting no any another set ombekwakoye appeals in case there's any appealer na saafo no etumi akọ omanim because by Sunday ni there we must know the number of people omoba begina ewo ye party ni dey mu na ya ye elections e dia momo na se na medi kan e kan se ye elections ni wie dia na tre se bibia ni hobio a yebe ka se bia ye kwakoye ho campaign ana bibia tesa So the elections will be on the 6th, which also means it's a week after Akwatia Akwatia elections Tamale Central. So basically obi are interested in the Tamale Central elections, this is the program line up for Yenina. Me yenu frim na se me ba Ablekuma North. Baby Amesha say personally I don't have any problem with police yen juma. Police arrest and idea. But sometimes it becomes a little offensive, and I say entasumu say enkrofo 8 ayachi omo nyina ye NDC for. Does it mean say without any provocation, without any issue, and antokwani siyana? We basically means to say police for omo call Ablekuma North no sabi omo ankwanko ye adwuma sono and say adwuma esesanka omo ye ewo ho, but the videos out there and omo de frɛ sa enkrofo 8 no omo so omo de omo ekwa kodina court. You can do an arrest, but the defense of the people will also tell. So benya prosecution, and I say unya prosecution. Even when they succeed in prosecuting them, we must look into the future of such cases. Yen nyina ye share wo video mu ehun say how Akunsin was at the center of the controversy. Mesre ye no ya invite no emema na oniomo enam ya chi obi ya invite obi, because the eight that they mentioned were all NDC people. We even saw your friend is saying how Akunsin using pepper spray to spray at people before the attack even came. Sebe, ye bisa say ye there not the weapon. E call baby is more be for weapon enquana, because pepper spray is also a weapon. Why has he not been arrested? She me adiama police for omejuma eye den ema wom wankasa and their approach to things. Ako Gunn ewodin inti ya money chemso. Reverend ewodom inti ya money chemso. The moment we start doing this and picking and choosing, whatever prosecution that you embark on, enkosiaga, and now the justice or the deterrent are opese eba omainim. Yen na ye ko elections. Yes, unye agent, unye obi a uye jumama electoral commission na bibia. You were a radius that you are not supposed to be there. Obia atiasie, yani police shedi EC Asia. We have agreed on it. Na mu police for mu ya shehai ema how Akunsin honorable. Eko jina baby a yesima obi anyina. Yakoka o se so jina ho na onye hwe. Na nkrofo so okay, yesu betu akoko jina ho ye nye hwe. What are we telling ourselves? Na enkrofo bufu eka say mame sorry free ho yam peni ma wo nyina ha, because we know things that happen in our elections in Ghana. Na sorry free ho na mame no di pepper spray egu wo mo so. Police wo ye hwe na later ochisa enkrofo na. What signal are you sending? Na chese me so echina metumenya to me akwakojina polling station bi because me wodin anase me ye asimesi anase me ye obente.
But o kasano ka bibi say ya chi nipa ngotwe omu nyina ye NDC for na ubisa ohun say enti bibia nsi na NDC for no sorry ya no mko ye bazabaza enti na ye chi wo mo na Maybe that's how comes in there. Okay, to also be and see no Jinawa, no me pepper spray.
That is why I am saying, say, the police itself must answer it.
Okay.
Patriot must say.
Yeah,
the first thing, and they say, more police near over piano, and don't forget, say, it was not just the whole of Ablekumanov, it was just one police station, one, and at the NDC, and all was around the Hawam Kumsin a year. People started videoing when Gidigidino started or Ansan and Crawford started a video. Prior to that, what happened? No, nobody has videos of it. Into police for Fitianopa, no use body cams, no vantage positions at the polling stations. No. What were the reports we sent to the commanders? Me, sena me kai, you know, obia oye bibia no or any defense. There's one thing arresting somebody. There's another thing taking the person to court. And there's a different thing altogether how the judge will see it. That balance, mano, me emia. Secondly, this is not the only outstanding issue. Police for SSL Omo investigating. What happened at Odododio? When the 8 people were killed in the 2020 elections, have we brought a closure to it? Yanka wasam enye. Nanu die say aso encrophobia epan. Nani akese. Elections are basically about ye kwakoto aba. Ye kwa akwakotre adwene. Ye kwakohwe nia yanka se yepe. For instance, when the NPP were appealing say ma NDC for enko contest Akwatia enade no. Me, my number one comment was say Akwatia for has a right to determine who leads them. We are all offering ourselves as people who have leadership qualities. Yebe to me aye lead the people of Akwatia. It's up to the people to give the mandate to their omofili say obey to me best serve their interest. That is all. Yenya yawo hodida. Yenya yakoba and yenya yeko akwakobwa in the campaign. We have no voice there.
NPP for Gaza Mamungo.
Yes, they've said it countless times.
Sir.
Countless times.
Some Mamungo Akwatia.
Omobaye party office cram catcher said Tamale Yejama Mosumunya Akwatia MYNA Yanko Yenin. They've made that appeal several times. And I'm sure say Reverend Kra Atiba could be an asset Yenubi. You understand? And people have also called say Sanke Kwakwetiana Adi. But you see, as I see a moment, sa opportunity na Omwankasa ebe chusi near Omope. Because as I speak to you, Akwatia was not won by the NPP the last elections. 2024 elections, NPP didn't win it. And Nuntina Emma Yenuya Eko Kopre no say Yanko Sweni ina contempt crack chain no. Later crackers so Mumienya contempt to Nyanka the substantive issues and idea no. So he was not supposed to have even gone to be sworn in. Intino, this 2nd September will give them the opportunity to really choose who will lead them in the in the finalization of the 2024 election. To me who say by elections and yeko. Emrani Bekacho say by elections yeko. But who say elections are ye new 2024. Aye the general court no. After ni yeko finalize it just like Ablekuma North. Yeko say yeko finalize it with the 19 outstanding polling stations. So it is not a seat that somebody holds. Yeko jefru omunse manase yeko akoko chinchin omunsa. Into police for the omoye wo Ablekuma North no. I don't want to be seen as interfering in their work or anything. But se motu ya we a moma yenko techima enko hwe enkrofo yeku omu wo ho no ehwo asemo enka moma yenko hwe 2024 enkrofo omu ye ni all friends say ayawaso west wo go nyina yenfa closure embra sa nyema ni nyina ehwo ni ehun say police ejuma ewo ho. Then it will not be seen as one-sided, as if it is easy to deal with NDC people and it has become difficult to deal with the NPP. So that is what I want the police to also put their strength to. And then nyame adoma ewie me free here me so finally me kwakoka Akwatia until the 2nd of September. I beto abano no ye koba enade no finally no we are now going to settle there for the next 2 weeks. I be making sure say victory ebeba ediama yen nti almost so a omo wo pepa so mbebe ka ye ho ama yaye adwuma no elections be a NDC ewini bia no it's when there's calm in the system nti obi obebe bia mfa akoma pa emra say oba be di assignment aye ade nyina na yakwakoye Akwatia no ye nan ene ya no ene yakoma ene de kwakọ wini sa seat no kasade kasapa ene nantie aye de beko enkrofo enase ene akomapa ene odo enema is excellency John Dramani Mahama without Akwatia seat yetumi aye no ye kwakọ catch from na Akwatia so ebe ka ho a na advantages so a ewo mu so no ne ene o makasa etoma akoma so a the seat no ebe cheye ye mbre ho kra sana ye nyasa seat. So these are the 3 things ye de call Akwatia obi owo adwen fufuro bi o de ba Akwatia de esre no any on NPP for ntan crime because we will not want to have that story in Akwatia. We are going to win with a sound mind because most of the people say gidi e wo baby a omo person be pie kra ababeto aba. The more people come out to vote and no na ye victory no ye assured. Yanko reach na Mimia pause waha ansana. On the Reach Hospital, the AC, you know. Nanayao, let's look at it in 2 folds. Me assure say, yeah, you studio muhanyina animal production team. We may all react differently and differently at different times. We would react differently at different times, depending on how things are. Sometimes, so Ako hospital na say, uti air paiwa. Uhu necessary omi nipa bonfo. Because ebia ose or train doctor. Ebia bed eni ho. Ebia adia akadia ohiano ebi eni ho. But Rasta for will be biomuka or say he who knows it or he who feels it knows it. Obia ne ho edodo no. The way a obesifa a react will be different from obia oye observer na oshe. We have all one way or the other accused nurses and doctors say omotima isha sometimes. It may not be the truth, it may not be the fact, but the pain our woman no a different reaction at that time. Any across also any responsibility either as a nurse, a doctor, anyone, a health worker, our attending to also no. Ohuni differently. Me nko pray me ho emfa bibi enko kan. Abra me nye test o blood group and now said the extent of damage, the extent of any maybe as I say onya ni basics right and sanampo because we have seen stories of nurses, doctors being accused of wrong medications and all that. So this is just like the rock and the hard place. Now I would say the most serene place as I say nipebia winya is when you are at the hospital. Obi dede kra no etumi emma another patient kra no esan so emma no trauma anabibia etesa. So I don't want to justify what the two sides are. Bobia wo fie bia wako hospital da. Ada see a raso call you, so one on nanti echo you. Sometimes our attitude of some health workers are problematic. It also doesn't justify. So waba moja e soni wunti no. Obia our hospital bia ye nya ne hwe na ya attend to. Me, there's a lot of videos that they have said are going around and all those things that I will admit me hui. I have seen some encrophobia the day or hospital na in fact when the first time I got that I was surprised a little say is it Ghana in the first place but what kasana na who say yes Ghana nkomo na yedi. So why would people react this way? So it was yesterday crown sana me take an interviewer you say na omo ye riding or say be na accident see and they had to be rushed to the hospital and all those things. Mesre, whatever the situation is, we must get the root cause of this one and ensure that some of these things don't happen. On the other things, when it comes to negligence, one of the most painful things, and it's a Obeko hospital. Now nurses, like basically will be moving around, say Bibia in sea. Probably they have seen people with worse situations. Probably they have seen people die. Intino, that eagerness, anyhow. Sure, there are some things that are calling. As of today, a calling. Teaching, a calling. Nursing, a calling. All these things, any calling, passion is added to it. Who needs our passion now? You can never be any of these professions and more that I have mentioned. And if they have really been called that, sometimes a little care, a little attention, it to me, I started healing process. Even before I would draw a the way you receive the person, me, maybe I make us say, in the parkour, mammy pay mass, a you penny kwa jutre. Prempe College, Obetre my mass began to improve because of the attitude towards one tre, my dear, and you one city crowd. He saw the weak people and just invited us. Or the kind of yeka ebusia se me fie to saying and idea openia usro ho nei intino those was the psyche osate edemao first say me kwakosua de kra books am fa nyina maths nka ho but the moment o started say o kire ya de eye anytime o kwakosua de o the maths book because one you don't want to disappoint him.
I mean shirano,
I'm telling you
opening kwajo kire
make I the first time I mean 45% Ocho very good. Maths. Ocho very good. Obianya 90, friends 89 or so poor because when him say the capacity.
Obetimenya 100
exactly. So that was how he brought some of us up. Passion as a teacher, passion to impact. Intimacy. All these things we must consider in the professions that we are in. We can make or unmake people in the journey of life. Me we so no two young politicians for nyina efo. The rate at which you sponsor unions, organizations, leadership no yenyai. Say one wife for say medical akoyom lessons.
You call strike no.
Yenyi yensa enfri mu.
You tag for grave.
Say you tag yenyi yensa enfri mu. Say prim prag ekwa yenyi yensa enfri mu koyom lessons.
And Ghana registered nurses and midwives.
Una de ka ho ban ka bra. Yenyi yensa enfri mu. Because some of the people that will produce the moment they open their mouth, you see, say, and your nurse is juma, and I say, and your midwife for juma, and your politics is juma, and your medimanuesi.
But I say, medimanuesi, Godwin, Ako Gunn, and what this has him will say, to Edra. Na, manful. In some who, anyway, Harriet Vera Asante, or Zonda Tech Company. Trade branch and one Yvonne Vivian Asante or Santua Senior High School. Mo papa Mr. Kofi Asante of ECG Swami branch or say Omamutrinkwa and Mawuda Yankopon in Shiramo. no mamuni munkwana eme saa nso so ena Lydia Aba Akwa who GT Bank head office rage ene eye wawoda Lydia Aba Akwa who GT Bank head office rage ene wawoda anyimadu eche yamau happy birthday nyankopon inshira na onso edi unkwana amen. Good morning the cardinal, a happy birthday to my daughter Sewa Osei Akwa. Nyankopon inshira no na oma onyini meye penimpa from Comrade Osei Kofi Akwa, National Communications Director of the CPP. Osei Kofi na CPP ye we hene fa Kofi me hu ba bia CPP say mo de akwa show we Adanko wants to know say CPP no e we hene fa. Anyway, that's just by the way. Ozabo
Kano
Papa
in fact I feel who say politics be rewra union for mu ana union for kromu ha ye galamse omamu ha na omo ye galamse ho striker enfo omo ho bia ewie ye tentam pulse akese de ma wo mu ana di animu no ta feel ye who say san politics edua boni a wodua no sa ba ebewo wa wani na so omo asua mu nyansa de nyina ntue ho foi na medical de yako ene shedin kese de amasanteman ene otumfo osedutu ene na brempon nyina entire Ashanti Kingdom ewo de adua kese ana de kese ato omani ya brewa ene ye hima ene yedi ne na wotwe ye ma omo shedin na afi so ye de shedin kese ade ama abusua nwotwe a omo hwere wo mo adehye in the helicopter crasher be na wotwe mienu ni ya ekosiye yema abusuafo ni nyina yako honorable Dr. Edodo Maneboama ene honorable Dr. Mutala Muhammad, Dr. Samosapon Alaji Limuna ene Mr. Samuel Abuaje, Wing Commander Anala, Flight Lieutenant Chum Ampedu ene Flight Sergeant Ado Mensa Nyame Fomokra NC. Mesha asia bominu tawu na fe maba new plane so na mesha asia free ye asia na ndi abaso a enoma bi arank ni se ye ho politics ana meme politician but my politics is different. There be me too amanyofo for say we between the bia ye politics banka nyoma nine bi de we shouldn't do politics with it. One security about monsem mienu yaduane die ho nsam agriculture aduane ye nya kwa kodua na adi ho asem. 3 education humasua ho nsam kin se de politics. And 4 health ye nya ya pomodene ho nsam ne me emfa anya politics. And politics nti ba bia be wura politics na nya politics a enka obi onu no so ya manyoku obi activist to me feel emboldened because utumi ko gina whole presidential candidate ne campaign material so bubu no tete no ehwiri gina nyina so bia nka hwe ankyere no bia anche no bia ntunefo etumi mpo ebra oyarefo daka mu etwam akọ aspiti man nkwara ebre some were dying sick patients etika mu a wo mo pa one year demonstration Chelsea mu de mu miem kakra na sa yarefo yi yen rush of emergency yen fanko o ka kire wo se mu be wa mu sa nipa we enei is emboldened to me fa phone echo hospital kase echo ye live show ewo ho assault ndi person assault no sample eja echo fa binum be kan ho dom kan ho san bai ye wie ya minister mia etumi ko hospital ho ekoye sa nipa odi sa trutra samon anko okon kase police food na chi ko arrest no he went and hugged him koye na two adene sa party mon ba na sray. Now is a choice they have to make, to choose between hooligans and to choose between our precious health workers. And no is a choice abai no ndisi abai no eso mu choose say wo mo ebe mo wo ni akọ ya nurse fo ene ya doctor fo ho ne di buo ne di ama wo support wo ana say ye de ye support omo de omo support no said omo to film farm sa raf no omo nko so sa but this so to me ba serious consequences na ya futu ene de ma om. Yes, Ghana ha obia wo 1 or 2 concerns bi a nurse bi hu and doctor bi hu in some isolated cases, but we should not give the dog a bad name just to hang it. Yenka the number of times I personally wankasa we are yan kenya nurse ni bi we kra bi ase krokitu bi and as a hospital kase bi mu a enka free mu no yenkai nyenna wo mo ase ni me make kansam mu wo mo anu ase the one ye nurse ye so mu yi a we get the best out of them. Our nurses and our doctors are some of the best we have in the world. Ye so mu yi a we will get the best out of them. Ebinum free hakwa manonia, they go and become some of the best nurses and the best doctors in America, Canada, UK, other parts of the world. Anunti Professor Frempong Boateng OGD Kesiye or Germany as Oba Ghana. No a Ghana ni doctor. The best repasse me choose to travel over our precious health workers. You can't answer at the Sardinia day my health workers say you want to be to me improve healthcare no so no quickly no me bano Akwatia by election ya bekoso ene Ablikuma North by rerun a course one. I always say it Colonel, in fact o share a foot ya de biano Professor Jekumba ene mpenifo ahodo edi 2 Ghana 4 F1 enyina yentie bi, and I always continue to say it Ghana ba ko penewo peace asomdwe eyade ehia abato aye kwakoto a friend kabima menkabiu enye tobi na mentubi enye botuo na membotuo bi twese kana menhwe we se kabi na menkabi enti senka akoto aba aye kokromoti na ande kotim akire wadwen eni senka police officers ni security officer crampo eba ho ye nante ko ho straight. Ghana is a peaceful country nanka obia tuminya saa pepano ene akumatoye mu ede kokoto aba police ni bia mponi ho macho ni bia mebo nasum obi nkotwe sekansi ne so obi nkowo ne enkoto ne 951 ayase. We should come to that point in this country na yentu aba peacefully. We will go to Akwatia peacefully ni akwakoto ya aba ho na momo no me ame ukromu ha mehu abato ahodo ayakoso mamu ha Ghana ha mamu ha yeni ya ma Ghana mu ha ena we second time anu peneje kuma correct me ye wo mamu ha ena me amani tua ye election bia the same police, the Ghana Police Service, we shouldn't be quick to condemn them. The police as an institution, we should not be quick to condemn them. Yeah, more mabaso because some same police for yeah to abano to me. I'm talking even about sin of me ena obi ba ye baby na es urano baby ni so urano eno kura ho nye se bi okobo obi anaso okutwa obi asoma na odi tuo eno yes wo ye gidigidi bi ho na police for no so ni mu e de ne call police station e control statement e call say no say other consequential prosecution ni ade de later they had it way, but I saw it enti wa call ye na hu say police ni wo asin off na akoye gidigidi no yes so obi mu ye ne call police station no say wo kra no why wadwen say wo ba performance trouble and obi mpo na abo pa say ko to trust am a you know say mara ya adwuma wa ha enti you not there. That is how I say no violation of all the heat and tension to me here successful. It was done not to favor the incumbent party. So NPP na wasu and so NPP amfa macho man ko se yanko buruwe yanko yewe ene to ya outcome no e buy. So identity the same police service no there. Ye bro oba e wo manim no manitua. Ye bro hawa kumsi no manitua. Ye bro Chris Lloyd. Ye bu bona sum no mo nsagu o machi no mo hwe. Why? Because that same morning no early on and na police ni baako or the journalist nkitahudie bi and one answer ne ho so and or to so tro. We all condemned it. Any attack on journalists we condemned. And one woman interdicted no and all face criminal prosecutions. And you know, say who na woman they say police for ni mu. And the instruction are free by be buy and obi also jina because
baby here
wherever they were standing, because there were a lot of police people there.
How who says so she be free baby buy?
But they were watching.
But what?
Oh no, see some of us, we know. I'm ranking member on defense and interior. I am telling you, until we shouldn't condemn the Ghana police service because no police need now. Nimia chief inspector was a senior officer. Answer the Hoswa or Koto Sutro. One now he was interdicted. Official prosecution. Now so civilians ebe bro former minister. Ebe bro who incumbent deputy national organizer no up to now fe ni artist yache 8 wa bra na videos de da ho enti no what the sound culture we at the share police form na say wo mo instruction say mo kwa Akwatia you can send 1,000 police officers to Akwatia omo do mo sabe kwa kogu omo achi because onim na say asam koto na ye be yina di anso nipa na wo no wa politician bi abo ne pass won kodi atutu asem no a obia ehu nanim ne videos ne pictures that bonten no obefa ne ho adi because na ban na woso and that is a bad culture ya anya ne saa ne ntu ase a and I mentioned it mekae NDC for ekutwa video no the store to no so me say there will be bloodshed in Akwatia no Mustafa Gbande ene tanku wo nyina kutwa ntro the security afi real video ne buy no they bow down their heads in shame me say and then you can say you profile the threats to national security. Political vigilantism at that very, very high. As a matter of fact, political vigilantism is a bigger threat to Ghana than the threat of violent extremism and terrorism now is true. Political vigilantism higher. Enti say obi koye bibi wo Ablekumanov ni anche na prosecute no a ebehye political parties no ebehye omo kutupa obi akwa akofre ne dom na no basa na say election biba no mo de kobo ani to say the Akwatia because Ablekumanov was just 19 polling station na say party A party B chita for the kobo ani wo ho a enye moji ahwegu na beba we have seen moji ahwegu in the past elections and ye nyina ya condemn and we vow say never again ye mpese be hu any electoral violence bia but ye ntua na mo na be to ase a and ye kanekeke we don't want that me ko kan san say we say ban in taking the needed step no and we ko twist the video no de kika twitwa antro you release the original video no they bow down their heads in shame and some of us will continue to be bold to tell the government the right things are elsewhere moye mumma asomye mra ni ankudum pempenso bi a we the ballot box kura kosi baby se enkoto aba obia emma no well-meaning person will come out to vote omra nye munity omra no bi nkoti tia na yase omra no bi monitor ene mo amonto aba we the be kwa kosi ho so if the police station nipa be 500 na se beto aba nipa be mienu miensa mo amacho men no mo amokoto mo ade more politicians mo police station for no macho men no they should go and vote nobody will come and vote we shouldn't get there democracy is all we have and to me and nyoma bi and nobody should benefit from it and say when am benefiting to no yenya hwe han koso na yintumi enko back to those days the days of coup d'etat no nya no na yehwe so your democracy no yema ho ban sabe upra obi na say obi ehwere ne nkwa abato ho a enfa so be na abenya as a politician yemmoa wo NPP NDC all of us yenko benkrum say this is the end of electoral violence yemfa som yenko anyesa o china bi president a yebema ne nsa so declare no enye president a the kukurumuti dodo etoma no nemu president wonya amatwefo dodo eko seize ballot boxes na di tuodi ko see electoral commission bi so coalition center say declare ma say nipa we ebedum pempenso bi no MP a yebe declare no constituency no onkoye MP nipa dodo to ma no nemu MP otumi nya amacho ma ofo break through coalition center the weapons go see bi no tri so just like we saw in 2024 declare ma bi no falsely no and we should call an end to that and bring sanity into our democracy but Akwatia must be peaceful Okay, so and how I come sing or the way the videos are clear. Honorable how I come sing on the whom to me be an on and up. On one corner, general who said and go for Bochenku who had the court to share. So nobody should try to say any provocation. You know, or be a yabono, young question kotu. Wabra one more a decide to trust someone and anti-free. And not than China. Let's come to the substantive matter. Politics. Yeah, be a politics. I'm a your man penny to choir. Makuma punto no yem. And it's a very sad phenomenon. Very, very sad. Aman you need beer or the presidential troubles. Politics biano. He should bow down his head in shame. Na yende na yakano. Memuhano. Me as so sa nyoma ne so. So we NPP ni we NDC ni. So what the omanpeni safety be politics are. We should condemn that act. Yeah, waha. Enna amanyofo okude to ablakwa. Eko jina Dom FM eva edi sese. So ono oba na ba ebeye friends eba power. Na se obey minister mpo. Na the president and vice president eko fa a privately chartered aircraft the two kwanya obey resign. And they from January till this point, as a matter of public record, say a vice president and our president they traveled on privately chartered aircraft on 1 or 2 or 3 occasions. And you know, no, that's your foreign minister. No, does he have conscience? Does he have principles? And they, Matisse, what you are about to say, or no, he doesn't owe anybody an apology.
Yes.
Now, or no, yeah, no, why, he doesn't owe any Ghanaian an apology. Oh, yes, he's right. He doesn't owe anybody an apology. But he owes Ghanaians a resignation. It's not apology. He doesn't owe any apology. He owes Ghanaians a resignation. That is what he owes Ghanaians. So he's right to say he doesn't owe us an apology. Now say Omaya ye de principle edi juma enka nyo bimpo ne bedi man say on resign. He would have resigned. And then me NPP ni President Mahama obi anim so ye NDC ni. Her Excellency na Jane Opoku Agyeman obi anim so ye NDC ni. Ebra ode momode private jet to kwan a bidimu start so momode politics. I said no way. Me and find politics. The safety of the president, the safety of the vice president, okay, somewhere early part of the year, mame a free London by. So nobody should do politics with it. Say omanpeni and then I bet the tree if the state security protocol it determines na kwentu yemfa sa kwan we so na no ne di mu na between na call aba and support. Any amount of money we have to pay, we must pay for the safety of the president. And when we politics and the August 6th tragic disaster is here. In the particular way, you lose one. And yate fan say yen to boa. When him car buy a bo ewe ye ho. When him car buy eba bebo ewo omoma and omabusia ehwem. And we are still soliciting that the public must come. But sa kan no no amount of money, even if we spend $100 million, no amount of money can bring even one single soul up back from the dead. Yeah, oba abano a book $100 million in Nempo. We can't bring any of the 8 back. We have lost them. And this a kebi oho. Na se betumi abonone. Na prevent another August sisa. And then they say their politics. And you know, they make can say the Ghana Armed Forces. Yamwawom Titri Air Force. Yamwawom. Na se ebano moa de koma Ghana Armed Forces in Air Force a yenyi politics in free mu ebano ewimushaya president ebetinemu a yenyi politics in free mu womo kan say ewimushaya fa kon na wo ho no it is in pristine condition. Na edimu is the 3rd best aircraft in Africa. Now the next 2030 na ebesay until then 6 months or 8 months womo ba power womo use because they lied to Ghanaians. And then Air Force of 4 catch them so then maybe edro no yen top from the dabi mo de ba bogu. And so the president cannot travel commercial at all times. President Kufuor travel commercial many occasions when the Falcon no available. But wouldn't mean travel commercial all the time depending on baby awoko. And you know say presidential jet no anyhow. na mode ye politics nti muntumi nye boot ema me pachewo na ye ntofoforo na ye mfa nka de wo ne ho na omampani ntumi ntu kwan na kuma Anthony ye mu no. You are using your brother's jet. Will you so unia bema ne jata jet no eno kra kire se wage atumu se wo your mampani a untumi nyusu commercial flight all the time. Nte bi beso na se presidential jet ni ho a wo be hia private jet. Enti no se ye unua de se ye wadanfo de se oman ne bo ho ka. It is ni nyina the same thing. Enti se cardinal wo ni nua bia eni adamfo bi o private jet na je se wo de untumi me president wo krum hada na so ochina bi na se bia Dr. Baumia and say Honorable Kennedy Japan and say Dr. Brian Echampon and say Julius Debra and say Honorable Atuforsin and Honorable Sedun Ketia
and Honorable Tim Fojo
Mr. Rabinde Mamini Misofo Mini Misofo ya no ana mepe me de bishop ana mpesem di me wi na say cardinal na ya kase be ye president na so ni nua be ma owo private jet I will say at all times, you know, and now reckless politics are a bill a year in the past, and you know, you box to the president, Chinchina, the Biano for commercial. They should be bold. Now, medicine, they should be bold to apologize to Ghana and say, yeah, for Momo, or NDC for near Banya bold, or could you talk black one? Deputy Minister for Defense also can be. They should all be bold to say we apologize Ghana for your too money. You can say presidential jet here say better from about the all no demo you buy a sentisa say a top from na okuje to black and resign. One more yes Ghana for will support NPP any ye opposition na ye no nationalistic. One the bar your man penny you be support to. But my main single out Honorable Agaga, me chairman on the committee on defense and interior now me fancy me single the out Abonabaso in all honesty or NDC. But in 2021 President Kufuado Aban and Minister for Defense at the time Honorable Dominic Nitiu the proposal about Parliament said yento aircraft makuma kunsia and farmer Air Force no and the party for air bugu no or no he stood up in Parliament to defend say on mine here Air Force no here those aircrafts now so the party for no anya bugu those whilst yeah pointing fingers at some individuals no one most one a objective politics no say ebo mabaso na obi asua say opposition na say incumbent government no e de bibiba na say edimu de bebo mampani safety Ghana Armed Forces near Bambon Samoa for politics to nchen na fo aso anishra
me da se papa nyame enhira anopei yewra posi sahene yewra Christian Tete yuno IGP wada Roma anopei me de dwanto bi na ebre wo emrantie bi eso omo firi nungwa na omo so omo ye langas na omo na hwe nungwa afo asase nyina so for the past months Enyema o maye was Spintex Road no IGP ebia me ate se about attention se mrante na kobubu Regmanuel ho no sase no fan bi baabi soro ho ha no kobubu ho ni nyina se ho o mako wini case sa case kuro ya so there has been another judgment ya eno so free Supreme Court ankwa amafa na omububu wo no but omo say omo ba wo ho ama omo men se e mo omo ho ban eno omo de yes ade no enti yera IGP wada Roma ebra wo kacha amanyofo se omo hwe yi na unje ja ho ewo Akwatia no emrante bi di udin di bone ewo Spintex Road Regmanuel ho enti Ghana Police Service it will be in your own interest say mo be hwe sa amrante no na ne yesese mo ka kire wo mo no mo ka kire wo because me nyi ni say Ghana reputable police service to say die be soma langas say munko bubu obi asase yera IGP say enru wanimu a wada Roma me fa kasafidie so edit asem ya beto anim se emrante ne se omo ne mo akasa munim ho bi enti na omo ye saa niema na omo ye ewo Regiment was Spintex Road no Mada Roma monhwe na de ese mo de to no monfanto azempetia prof Mada Roma ma be fi
so they appoint you
ai enti na mja azempetia no
and men can be
Mada Roma man can be crack am ase.
So that is it. Enti utie nsema mpanfo yi eka na che se nyezi enanso ena Asante Hema Nana okura no ene omudie si wonom se omudi ne 1 week ne na otwe nti yama yewura na Asante Hene Nana yama mo yako ene due ni amanihu anyway yento aso so enche on the 2nd of September 2025 I think say that is next week or so or next 2 weeks as Akwatia malusu focus because of say the rainy hamagi malusu focus mo fighting ukopiem Akwatia enye easy in fact by election change pie bekoso wo ho no enya asem ketwa ni na Ernest ya okumi a ofiri mu ya yankopon to ni safre no akoba se the people of Akwatia omo betena se be mo choose wisely na omo atinya yeden anya obi obedi omo anim e wo ho no e dia mo but uti NPP fo nkasa emu a omo kiremu a helicopter ye crash ya ema Alhaji Mutala ono nso sebi ohwere nananum oto nananum wonsie do mo fanche mi wenso o seremi o san seremi o ya buja po fanche mi and then minim dia o hamagi mu behu ne nyima nche why me di ne nyima che mo hamagi too much I don't know him so helicopter ye crash ewo adanse oboase enclave I don't know so ma Mutala Alhaji Mutala ohre ne kra enkwa nei e was a hon so mo ye by election NPP for edi kwenade NPP for omode statement ba bontin so omode they have no business in that by election na beba so no omo withdraw from it because ohwe omo party constitution na by election bia sa constituency honum no omu entimi enwini anase omu nya nwini seat leader even when omu nwini krada na se omu hwe na se ebo omu they have every right constitutional right to abstain from that by election into hwa eno so no mu gina ya omu di ye den etwe omu hu free sa by election because they thought say it will be a waste of energy and money as well what you say but no kwasem ni say MPP for years this was a political decision I think a very good decision for them so yes but they are rather asking NDC for some they should also withdraw from Akwatia nanka enye 1-1 draw enye 1-1 draw enye den say mo kan say omo ankota male enti na NDC for so enko Akwatia but NDC for si there be anya sa na ye no because Akwatia for nso enka ye hwem kura na enka Akwatia for nto aba ma NPP in the 2024 election general election no parliamentary elections no omo nto aba ma because owura ya said we hwe ne kra ya ene omo enanso omo koye ba election owura contempt che no because na emani dem pefe say ni kwan so ko parliament na omukọ sworn in as member of parliament of the 9th parliament I think say 9th parliament right on the 6th of January 2025 meche afia wie but owura no ebu ne ni gu so eya so brache ekoye den omo sworn in ana ne 3 months pepe so a owura yi sabi yanka bia nsima ohwere nananom ohwere ne kra ya eno ni de ja me ka ohwere nananom fa chem enti the same way that MPP for so expecting NDC for senka so sorry Akwatia so mo be ni sana nka bibi di etimi akoso but NDC for say no yenti ase yenhwe ni say the reasons why I was a NDC omukọ Akwatia North and as Akwatia election no anything by election anything Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former president of Republic of Ghana, making it clear. Making a point clear. Making a point clear. Say we are buying. Na say by election bi ba. Uyi nipa. And I say member of parliament. Ekoye candidate ewo that constituency honoma. Constituency now more honoma. The only thing you can do to survive as a constituency, to develop your constituency, any say, obeto abano, ediama incumbent candidate, Beka incumbent candidate, parliamentary candidate na, na buying a was one, enti young financial and other kind na NPP na was into making emphatically ewo edwoso bra dwonkuma ono nso nyankopon to ne nsafre no se parliamentary candidate owo ho no then time na ye kwabena wusu aduomi eni kwabena boatin okache se kwabena wusu aduomi akọ for independent enti for that matter no kwabena wusu aduomi no ontimi man office so be primpuntu because of say oye independent candidate no moto abamana wamba as one in the ticket of NPP. And for that matter, I was say, oh no, or finding the ways and means and or the project ebeba constituency honor. But as we say, government adding the support the man there, ebia aban ne behwe omuhia first kane, and so we are ordinary abe yede abe mano and also ordinary attention ama. This and similar meeting, simple and short, and he said, NDC for Chimua said in another car say, I just buy election, or Montoma, the Naban was on. It's the same thing and Akwatia phone so. I was a moko, Namoko Twaba, Edema, Nipana or Mubeyino as parliamentary candidates, Edema NDC, Akwatia, simple and short. Case closed. Say by development, Biano. Be very flexible and easy to get it in your constituency. If only some percent constituency, etimi ko sura and I say etimi a developer. That is the only way, and that is the only means to get it. Where NDC for some more can you mega mena maker? NDC for some more digina so I must say they won't withdraw from Akwatia by election. They will still contest and make sure say that's it in so they will win. And the way and summer NDC for the above team. Unya drinking kai wrong. Okay, Ebia mega menkwa no send the man. Later on the better page is no be home. What I say. And the chawadrin our comment section. Hanum a number 1 authentic platform. Bye bye.